Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. September's truck month at Moran. Perfect time to elevate your tailgate. Moran, Michigan's #1 selling Chevy dealer. Game day start in the 26 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4, 24 months, $349 a month. Or you could check out the 26 Equinox LT, $279 a month, if I could speak, for 36 months. Bottom line, MoranExpress.com, all your certified service. And you could check stock or stop by on Gratiot, just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. All right, we'll go straight to the people. We'll get a football today, top of the hour. I do have a college football question. Pretty much 75% of the show today is going to be Tigers. Right now, let's go to Brian out in Shelby. Brian, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing. I tell you, you know the movie Jerry Maguire, right?
Yes.
You had me at hello?
Yes.
Yeah. For the Tigers, it was you had me at 95-mile-an-hour fastball in the face. I mean, Mike, when when Scooble threw his hat off, that just signified this team has lost it. They're done. Every quirk and just gadget that could have gone against the Tigers happened to them in this series. Cleveland's got their number, like you guys say. It's just a mess. I tuned in last night, and I'm looking at Seattle and what Cal Raleigh did.
Yeah.
And that stadium and 47,000 on their feet, and everyone's happy, and they're all – that is a championship team right there, Mike. I really believe that team's going to win it all.
You want something I don't know if it's worth anything to you, Brian, but something fun? Cal Raleigh has 144 hits this season. 60 of them are home runs.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Mike, he's clearly the MVP. I
agree.
What he does, even if he gets edged out in certain things by Judge, for being a catcher.
He deserves it.
For sure.
Yeah. He deserves it,
Mike,
not Judge.
You said two words earlier, and I want to just capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Baseball gods.
Yes.
I don't think anything they could have done. For me, it's 80% anger and maybe 20% sorrow. But I had no sorrow in my heart for this team, Mike, because they just didn't do anything right.
Yeah.
And I've said it, and I've been just lambasted for it by Caputo, Ryan, Doug and Karsh, whatever. But you are the only one that has some validity in what I said, and that's the baseball gods don't take kindly to cheating. And everything that's happened to Hinch, it's just, Mike, it's this, come on, eventually we got to take Uncle Brian's word.
Brian,
going
listen,
on with this.
Brian, how about this? Whether it was what he did back with the Astros, how about this? All of this is a penance for everything you got last year. Like we talk about this all the time. When teams win every one-run game, Brian, in the first half of the year, they basically lose them all in the second half. Mm-hmm. When a team has a magical run, a miracle, very rarely do you get the same breaks. Remember, last year...
team never gets injured. They get injured the next year.
Right. Yeah. So, look, the Hinch thing, I don't have any problem if you say it. It's a part of his record. But believe me, everything going on here, when you look at it comprehensively, it does feel like it's kind of a give back for last year. Now, when I'm with Brian in this regard, when you don't do anything to help yourself, a.k.a. the trade deadline, callers like Brian have a right to call up and go, no, I'm angry. Because this was easily avoidable. One veteran bat, not even Eugenio Suarez. I'm saying one veteran bat. Hell, you could get someone who the average fan doesn't know, but add somebody to this lineup who's a righty. And if they had gone and gotten another high leverage reliever or gotten a real starter, look, you'd have to pay.
Yeah.
You'd have to pay with prospects. But would you be here right now? I could say pretty confidently, no, you wouldn't.
Right, but you also had prospects that you didn't have to give away your main guys, and I think that's where the frustration came from. And then when you hear after it's all over, well, I didn't want to make a move that was going to haunt us, it's almost like those words are going to come back to haunt you.
Well, they will if they don't make the playoffs. Yeah. But if we've learned anything, this crew really likes themselves. So I'm sure they'll have their receipts. Well, what's the problem? We made it.
I said, yeah, we just want to make the playoffs.
Well, what 15 and a half games? We're in the postseason with a chance. You should be grateful. That's what it's going to be. So that's where some fans go, well, no, I'm not going to have you do that to me, so don't make it. Look, fans are twisted in their emotions right now, and I'm trying to be understanding of everyone.
Maybe they'll go borrow that George Bush Jr. Mission Accomplished banner when it's all done. We made the playoffs.
How about those weapons of mass destruction? Don't worry about it. I don't know where those are. Let's go to Michael, 97.1. Mike, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good, Mike. What's on your mind?
Hey, first-time caller. Been listening to you guys for over a decade. I just wanted to call in and say, you know what? I'm done.
Okay.
You know what? They look like they're ready for Cancun, and that has me in the contempt stage. I mean, Mike, they didn't just crap the bed. They've diarrheaed all over it.
Oh, dear.
I mean, I don't know if you guys ever seen Chappelle's Show, but I turned into Silky Johnson. I hate you. I hate you.
Yeah.
They bring up some random dude from AAA. I don't even know
I
you.
hope
and
all
hate
the
you
bad
guys.
things in life happen to you and you alone.
Exactly. Like,
Yes.
I'm angry. Like, just end the season, please. Like I had a buddy text me the other night. Like, you seen this Tigers game? I'm like, no, I've got better things to do with my time now. Like, I watched Warfare, like, great movie if you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. But, like, I got better things to do with my time. If you look like you're going to be checked out, why should I bother? So that's kind of where I'm at. And, I had some other guy tell me that said, well, the 06 Tigers backed in, and look what happened. And, the 06 Tigers would absolutely dog-walk this team. And the 06 Tigers played in an AL Central that didn't have the Benny Hill music playing in the background.
Correct.
So that comparison to me doesn't really work. So
that's the part, Mike, that's the part where when people call up, like the Curb Your Enthusiasm Spite Store, I understand it, because the idea of this team celebrating with champagne after blowing a 15-and-a-half game lead in the worst division in the sport, where the bottom two teams in the division are 70 games under 500, it'll make a lot of people ill.
Yeah. I have one question for you guys, and I was thinking about this the other day. One quick question for you guys.
Sure.
Which is worse, the 09 collapse or this collapse? Because in my mind, this is a really hard fall. Like, you blew 15 games, but on the other hand, to me, the 09 roster had a better roster, and if they got in, to me, they would have had a better chance.
But it was a better division. It was a way better division. This is a 15-and-a-half game lead in the worst division in the sport. And Cleveland, who lost a starter and their closer to a gambling probe, has thrown out and gone just nuts, winning every game 2-0. And no, I'd say 09. Plus the ball hit Inge's jersey. We all know it.
Yeah, and it's just kind of funny with the whole Class A. Like, it was like bias. When he left, the team got better.
Fear Javier?
We still selling that shirt, by the way?
Hopefully it's deeply discounted. Don't look at me. I don't do apparel. Otherwise, we'd have some really unsightly shirts.
I would like to see a Mike Valeni shirt design.
Yeah, of all our drops, it would just be you wearing a shirt that says, "Hey, look at this black."
He's going very fast.
Right. Touchdown black guy, question mark?
Just don't wear it to a bar.
Right. Our shirts would be incredible. Fear Javier. I just fear when he plays. David,
well, he's playing tonight. He's back in the lineup tonight, hitting ninth.
Oh, boy. Thank God.
Exciting times tonight.
Look, I mean, Cleveland's throwing a guy they've never seen. You're throwing Melton. I don't know if they got any video on him or if they faced him. Pardon me. I didn't check. Houston, I just want to see.
They're up 2-0 right now.
Oh, my God. They doubled their run total from last night. Congratulations. All right, so Houston's deciding they want to play today. Get your war kazoo out.
It's days like this, I love you, buddy.
I'm so spiteful right now. All right. Everybody sit tight. We'll do 7 minutes of football. We'll get back to the people. And I do have a question for the people. We're continuing fan therapy day today. 97.1.
Brought to you by Builders First Source. The Tigers and Guardians play the last game of the regular season tonight. If the season ended today, they would play again in the wild card. The Tigers announced they'll send rookie Trey Melton to the mound against fellow first-year player Parker Messick. Hear that 6:40 first pitch right here on the ticket. The Tigers lead the Astros by just one. The Tigers lead the Astros by one game in the wild card right now. Houston leading Sacramento 2-0. They're on the top of the second. Lions defensive coordinator Calvin Shepard said today the corner Terrion Arnold's playing time will be reduced as they grant Amik Robertson more snaps. Al-Quadin Muhammad was back on the practice field today after he missed yesterday with a knee injury. Taylor Decker remained out. The Red Wings skate on WWJ tonight. There are a lot more regulars in the lineup against the Sabres, including goalie Cam Talbot.
Oh, thank God.
At the Cornwall Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
All right, hit some music. 7 minutes of football. Please.
Here we go. My favorite segment of the week.
Dude, I'm not up for this right now. Come on.
Because I need to find a game that Mike likes. Does Mike like this game? Best bets of the weekend.
David, just lead it off with Army ECU.
I'm not doing that one.
Mike all over it. This is if Mike were to die, this is his heaven.
Two of Mike's favorite programs.
They are.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
But no, go ahead.
He'll
David.
have the split jersey sitting in the stands.
We have
the Detroit Rams.
We have the devil's number in this game here. Kentucky plus 5.5 at South Carolina.
No.
Here's why I picked this game. Sellers has been sacked 12 times in 4 games, 6 in the back-to-back games, and Kentucky leads their top 15 in PFF and pass rush grade.
Yeah.
I'm going Kentucky plus 5.5.
I'm glad you are. I want nothing to do with that game. Both those teams are severely messed up.
They are.
And South Carolina, I tell you, they better be careful because the last 6 weeks of their schedule, I don't know if they win a game playing the way they're playing. And that seat will get real hot because the question will get asked to Shane Beamer, how do you have the number 1 pick in the NFL draft potentially, and you just went 4-8? Be careful.
He'll say, Miami did it last year.
Well, it might be because Kentucky can run the ball as well, and South Carolina, they can't tackle. So
their defense is awful.
Yeah.
Next.
Let's move over to the Big Ten here. Let's go with
Say it.
Number 21 USC at Illinois. And I am going Illinois plus 6.5 here.
Nope.
Here's why. Who have the Trojans really played? Yes, their offense looks great, video game-like, but who have they played? And the line movement is interesting. It was at 1.5 USC, and all because of the reaction to last weekend's games with Illinois and USC, it's moved to 6.5.
All right, do you have another Big Ten game on here, yes or no?
David,
I do.
Before you say that, who's Illinois play?
Correct.
Western Illinois,
You're right.
Duke, Western Michigan.
You're right.
And then they got curb stomped
Can I add?
by Indiana. You're making a big mistake taking Illinois.
Let me add, Duke turned it over 5 times against Illinois, and that game was a lot closer than what it looked like. Cash the ticket. We care about Duke and Illinois. But yes.
I only selected this one because the line movement, the reaction from 1 week.
Can you go to the other Big Ten game? Because it better involve a cravat and a raspberry beret.
It does.
Okay.
It's
UW.
Ohio State at Washington.
UW
Washington plus 8.5.
UW.
Yes.
DeMond Williams is electric. They've got some NFL corners. Ohio State is good. That's not the question. It's why are we putting them on a pedestal for beating Texas when Texas is cheeks? And it's Big Ten going west.
Yes.
Even though it's a conference game.
Sands, first road game as a quarterback, going out to Seattle. And if you listen to the 5-Star Zone, a stat, Washington outside of kneel downs at the end of the half and the end of the game, 21 straight possessions, 21 straight scores.
Hit it.
That's what the money's for.
No. I was hoping for a chorus of Purple Rain.
Oh.
All right, let's continue.
You can't do that to them, man. That's not even a thing here.
He loves Prince,
Dearly
and
beloved,
they play it after they win at UW.
we're gathered here today
Okay.
to this thing called life.
Okay, right. And you're dressed as Austin Powers, and you're
Electric
4 feet
word,
tall.
life. It means forever, and that's a mighty long time, but I'm here to tell you.
I hate everything. Next.
I need your thoughts on this next game. It is SEC here.
All right.
It is
Say it.
number 4 LSU at number 13 Ole Miss.
You know what to do, Kenny.
LSU has no defense right now. Their offense, though, I also don't believe in because they scored 17 against Clemson, while Syracuse and Georgia Tech combined and scored 58 against Clemson.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going Ole Miss here.
I know what to do here, and that's not touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I hate this
No,
game.
you do
No.
because you never underestimate a father's rage. The fact that Lane Kiffin's daughter hard launched a relationship with Whit Weeks the week of the LSU game on social media, Lane's going to put it on him. Plus, they got that Thaddeus Chambliss kid from Ferris State who looked electric last week. Hotty toddy, give me LSU.
See, I would.
Give me Ole Miss.
See, I would take LSU, David, because
Of course you would.
I do believe in their defense, Mike.
Their D is great. They're always terrible.
Correct. And they're going on the road. I can't
Vaught
trust their offense on
Hemingway
the
is going to
road.
be rocking. Come on.
That's why I'm
half.
staying away. This is exactly why I'm staying away.
That
Come on,
is
man.
my
You know what?
last college
In the
game.
end,
No,
Lane
no.
Kiffin- you know what? A Kiffin family member will be happy at the end of the game, but it won't be Lane Kiffin.
All righty then.
You can't speak about his daughter that way. That's disgraceful.
I didn't say who.
Oh,
What is the SEC game you were thinking, Mike?
Auburn. Come on.
I thought you were going to say Alabama
No, listen.
Again, I wouldn't touch
that-
that either.
Alabama and that other poverty program.
A&M's defense is bottom 20 in just about every defensive metric you
is.
care about.
It is.
They tackle like they got tennis balls duct taped to their hands. And Auburn, it's a buy low deal. Guess what? Jackson Arnold, they're going to call 20 QB runs. They got Cam Coleman. They got Eric Singleton. OU's defense is actually really good.
So that's up down theory for Auburn.
Yeah, buy the dip. Let's go 6.5 with Auburn.
How are you going to call Georgia a poverty program? Have you
Whoa.
looked in the mirror lately?
Kenny, I was just saying I was just seeing if you were listening. I was just saying if you were listening.
Oh, I'm
that's
right
all.
here, Rico.
Whoa.
Okay.
I
And
like
he's
the,
not throwing pillows. He's throwing rocks.
I like the over in Kenny's game. I don't have a side there.
I agree.
I think
I
it's
was
going
going
to
to
be high
ask Kenny,
scoring.
who does he think is going to win this game? But you know what?
He just decided to attack you.
We're just going to go roll tide.
Enjoy that L, bud.
That'll be Kirby.
AI Kirby Smart for the win.
Kirby.
Let me move over here to the NFL with some picks. And I'm going to start with a depressing one.
Yeah.
Wait. No Oregon, Penn State?
I don't know what to do with that game.
Yeah, you do. It's James Franklin in a big game.
I hear
Pack
you.
a diaper and bet the opposition.
I
Go, Dante Moore, go.
But
Best decision that kid made was leaving this state.
But a real whiteout. 7:30 Penn State.
Why is it going to be about race with you? Always.
I work with you. Touchdown, Detroit black guy. Let's go.
So let me give you something that's depressing for tonight.
What?
Seattle at Arizona. No, I don't care about the side. I don't care about either team here, except for this is what I care about in this game. You're going to be depressed, people. It's going to be under 43.5. These two teams
Oh, my God.
entering week 4 are in the top 10 for explosive play rate allowed, which means their defense does not give up big plays. It's going to be nothing but punts in this game.
I mean, it's a prime time under on a Thursday night.
Exactly.
So they hit it about 60%. So
Yeah.
what am I going to say?
Yeah, Seattle's I think 2-7 in primetime games.
Plus, you could hit Marvin
I mean,
Harrison in
no,
the face with a pass and he won't catch it.
No,
so
at
that'll
all.
help.
Yeah, Arizona's 2-7 in primetime games. So yeah, it wasn't just him. Man, they were dropping a lot of wide open.
Rico
passes.
Harrison stinks. You can say it. It's okay. I know you love him. He stinks.
Yeah.
And your guy Adunze's good, but Harrison stinks.
Yeah.
And then while this is also depressing, my final one here,
Yes.
I get it. I understand what I'm doing here. But every week, the Texans under has been a great play in their games.
These are sad.
Titans at the Texans. Bet the under at 38.5. Two offenses that cannot score right now. They cannot move the ball. In fact, these offenses struggle to get a second set of downs.
That is so disgusting.
So under 38.5 for the Titans at the Texans.
So just bet it and forget it.
It's one every week for the Texans. Every week for the Texans is one.
That pass rush versus Cam Ward, any able-bodied defense versus that Houston O-line. I mean,
No, it reminded me of what every year when you just remember we just took the Iowa under.
oh yeah, we root for the punter.
Take Iowa under,
Oh, yeah.
and it was money in the bank.
Oh yeah.
Do you want more? One more depressing?
Yes.
Okay. This is what the Tigers have done to me. One more depressing pick here for the NFL. Under 44.5 Chargers at Giants. That's only because, yes, the Chargers can score, but they may be the only team that scores a lot. Sorry, rookie quarterback.
You don't need to be sorry about anything. I just don't know why you'd mess with the total. Just take the Chargers laying the 6.5.
I hear you.
It's an elite defense against a rookie QB making his debut. I mean, I don't know. You do what you want.
I just looked at the points and I'm like, I just don't see 40 because the Chargers can't score 45 by themselves. I don't see that.
No, I mean that makes sense, but it's not like the Giants can't score. I mean, I think if anything, he may get some garbage touchdown. Game's over.
We can't score. We're terrible.
You haven't seen Jackson Dart out there.
Okay.
That was Russell. That was Russ.
Yeah, but they're doing this because they have to do it. He may not necessarily be ready to help them score.
See, I
it's just
thought
necessary for them to make the move.
I thought you were going to go Ravens Chiefs in the desperation.
I don't know what to do with that game.
Loser packs up their stuff and goes home because their season's over.
No, not touching that game at all.
Mr. Cash your ticket.
Ravens.
Angry Ravens.
If the Ravens are so bad and the Chiefs are so good, why would the Chiefs be almost a field goal underdog at home? We're begging you to take the Chiefs there. I think Chiefs blow. They're terrible. Plus,
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy, might play limited snap counts with a harness on. Yeah, those are things I love hearing about a wide receiver.
I'm just saying. Well,
I'm betting on Lamar. He's going to have that fresh haircut.
Oh,
He's going to be ready to rock.
You got the braids tightened up.
I don't know. Whatever. That was something last week.
Those are your best bets for this weekend in football.
And let me tell you about Specs at LTU, located right here in the city of Southfield. You're looking for a career in radio, TV, you're a graphic design artist. Let Specs at LTU get you started. You know, like I said, I love it when my former students are calling me up saying, hey, I got a job in the career. Why? Because Specs at LTU get you prepared for whatever career that you're going into, whether it's in the broadcast media arts, whether it's in the digital media arts or graphics media arts program. You're going to be taught by instructors like myself who work in the business, and with the hands-on approach, you're going to learn everything you need to know in the lab. Now, classes for the winter semester are starting to fill up, so you need to make sure that you get your name on the registered list. You need to make an appointment today with an admissions counselor. Go to admissions@ltu.edu. That's admissions@ltu.edu or 1-800-CALL-LTU. Do that today and get your career path started now at Specs at LTU.
Here's the deal. Injury attorney David Femininio, the guy you've got to call if you're in an accident. Now, if you don't have to make that call, that's even better. That's why David started his Driving Edge. It's about keeping you safe. You go to getdavidgetpaid.com/driving edge. And in the event of that accident, you know who to call. David's there. It's getdavidgetpaid.com. That's getdavidgetpaid.com. All right, we'll go ticket text real quick. We'll get to the people. I was going to mix in a college football question, but the passion for this topic and look, it's fans on both sides, but I've kept it open. If you're just joining the show, make no mistake. This whole topic started with, not Tigers lose again. It was, okay, morning show got a few calls from fans that were Larry David, right? Spite store. I hope they don't make it. I'm so angry at them, and I'm so angry at Scott Harris. I hope they miss the playoffs. Those people were called losers. I don't think you're a loser if you feel that way. I think you want accountability, and you're not going to get any. You're not going to have a new owner. You're not going to have a new president. You're not going to have a new manager, and you're just going to have this collapse. And it's the idea that they could trip into this wild card after blowing the 2 seed, after blowing the division, and it's a horrible division. And only because the Astros are so booty, you would creep in. I don't think you're a loser for feeling that way. On the flip side, I'm not angry at anybody who says, look, man, I've struggled for a long time with this team. Any chance I get to make the playoffs, I'm going to take it. We're trying to figure out where you're at on the fan emotion scale. Sad, mad, apathy, full spite. So, look, all opinions are valid here. It's just, I think that trade deadline, and it's not a personal attack. What you put out in the public is fair game. I think there's a smarm quotient. I think there's an aloofness about this team from the forward-facing members of the franchise, and I think people are upset. Nothing's going to get people angrier than smartest guy in the room, because it doesn't need to be that way. But when you do that, and then you go on the state-run media podcast with your play-by-play guy talking about how proud you are of your team, you could get the Paddock deal done. What? Yeah, people are angry. They're angry because Paddock's a bullpen arm who's in exile. Charlie Morton ain't here. 5 or 6 of the relievers you got aren't here. The ones who are, Montero's a guy, I don't even know why you pitched him last night, because you only pitch him in blowouts. Finnegan is fine enough, but that's a far cry from the Yohan Durans that moved at the deadline, or David Bednar's. And you were left with, I don't want to be haunted about, Prospect 9.
Yeah.
So it's, again, both opinions are valid, and people are passionate, and that's all we can offer you, because I've never watched anything like this. This makes 09 look like a walk in the park.
Because this has never happened before.
Okay,
That's why.
Rico wins.
And, the Astros came to play today. So
I listen. All right, don't trip over yourself kissing their ass.
I'm not.
I got shut out last night.
Just saying there.
That's the only reason this team's got any hope. If the Astros were even playing 500, if they had just gone 2-3 the last 2 games,
right,
you're out of the playoffs.
What I'm saying is you don't want them to all of a sudden wake up and now you're scoreboard watching.
Well, I think a lot of fans do.
For that final spot.
I think a lot of fans actually do want that, because they want a message sent to the organization. Stop acting like you have all the answers. You don't.
Well, I'll give you that answer. I'm completely done with the Tigers. I hope we don't make the playoffs. Maybe it'll force the front office to do something in the offseason.
Yeah, like get regular bats that anyone cares about. Life is not a matchup.
Ray from Livonia says this current Tiger team is young and didn't know how to handle the lead for 162. We needed some more veterans to help with that at the trade deadline, and that did not happen.
Right. Your answer to replacing Job and Olsen was Morton and Paddock. That's because Estelle Getty never made it north. That's Alex Cobb.
In full spite store, because Harris didn't do anything at the deadline, and I want him to pay for it. Tony from McComb. And then this comes in.
Sure. Whoa.
Please keep playing the kazoo version of Eye of the Tiger. Outstanding. Another one.
Listen, it's not all hee-hees and ha-has when a 15-and-a-half game lead is gone now, is it?
Just passed out laughing from the kazoo or whatever that thing is. And the best part is Otto sounded annoyed. I love that part.
Otto was just ready to give up. Like, seriously, guys.
Mark from Southgate does say, why do we care anymore? Every game is the same pattern. One or two runs all game while the other team breaks away on the bullpen.
Because it only takes one game to end this nonsense. Your magic number to make the playoffs is 3. Any combination of wins by you or Astro losses, 3. It's why we keep watching. Because in the end, even if you're spiteful of this team, they make the playoffs, you're watching. And I said this to a texter earlier today. I could absolutely see them beating the Guardians in a 3-game set next week because baseball's weird. So I think you could be both. We described Tiger fans today as Ron Burgundy bathrobe in the telephone booth, glass case of emotion. Fans don't know how to feel. They just feel angry and sadness, and they need a place to project. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't think anyone's a loser.
No, they're not. No, because you're watching a historic collapse and
after an embarrassing deadline. That was an embarrassing deadline.
It was.
And all the water carriers in this town defended it. What a joke. What you want him to do? Oh, what player move that we could have got? Kenny.
That's what the money's for?
Got him.
I'm getting all these mixed up.
You
Mike.
got it. You nailed it. You did great.
I thought he needed to sing Purple Rain.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is this the Purple Rain one? Or?
Definitely not.
I would have died laughing if you did that.
We do not pay running backs.
All right. We go to Tony, 97.1. What's up, Tone?
Hey, listen. No matter what you say, this is all Scott Harris' fault. He should be slapped. And I think I got good mind to drive me and my wife down there, and so I can let her slap the crap out of Scott Harris.
We're not going to do that.
You know, because he's picking the groceries. Who's picking the groceries? Scott Harris.
I agree with you.
Picking the groceries. That means that he's to blame for this mess. They should not make the playoffs. Even if they did make the playoffs as a top seed, they'll roll Montero out there to pitch. Have you seen him pitch? Montero, he can't pitch better than my 9-year-old grandbaby. I mean, he sucked last night. I watched him. I'm sitting in the bar in Milwaukee, and I'm sitting here watching him pitch, and he looks like crap. Who is paying him? He should be sitting at the Little Caesars counter making pizzas or something because he cannot pitch. They shouldn't pay him. Montero is horrible.
All right. Well, listen, they got problems. They got problems way bigger than him. But I hear you, Tone. I blame.
No, but we traded for that mess. We traded for these players.
Hold on, Tony. Hold on, Tone. Slow down for 1 second. I just want to make sure we're clear about something, because I know I've said it pretty clearly. I blame Scott Harris. You're talking to me like somehow I'm defending him. I'm not.
I think he's just projecting.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying everybody out there that says it's not Scott Harris, it is Scott Harris. He did the grocery shopping. He picked these players.
Correct.
He did nothing at the deadline. The deadline could have saved us. And then even if we get into the playoffs, we're gonna take the exit no matter what position we're in. Even if we're in first place, even if we had made first place and not the wild card, we still would have took a quick exit because we don't have any good players. He picked this mess. He put this together. It's a pizza with nothing on it.
Well, I was going to say the deadline was moldy bread. You got bread, it's just got mold on it. Moldy Chris Paddock, moldy Charlie Morton, moldy bullpen arms. The whole thing is, while none of this may have stopped you and kept you in the 2 spot, you're never in a position where you don't win the division. They haven't won a division in over a decade. It matters. You want to win your division. That deadline cost them that. That is, to me, the fairest way. They did nothing. Right. Come on.
Nothing consequential. I mean, like you said, it was pieces, but it wasn't anything great. And then that final, right at the deadline, it's Charlie Morton. That's it? Oh, okay. And then you got rid of him before the season even ended.
And you just put Paddock in the bullpen before the season really ramped up. Yeah. And your bullpen arms, they were all gone. I mean, you traded for a hurt guy in Paul Sewald. And it's like I got raked over the coals by a lot of people for bringing up Duran 2 weeks before the deadline, and then Duran goes to the Phillies. It wasn't so funny then, was it? Whole point is you didn't want to give up anything that mattered. For a dominant closer with 3 years of team control, are you in this situation if you've got Yohan Duran as your high leverage reliever?
Nope.
And he can get you a 6-out save?
Nope.
That's the whole reason people have a right to be mad. Whoa, the other thing too is it's the wait for the kids thing. I think people are tired because they felt like last year should have sped up the clock, and it didn't.
And see, and I think that's why people are sad, because they believed in it. Okay, we're good enough to win now, and then in a few years, we're going to have a whole new Tiger team. They bought this. They bought hook, line, and sinker, and now they're sitting there like, wait, what? But you promised me that this was going to be good. I thought we were going to win a division. I thought we were going to have the T-shirt saying we won the division again, and instead, you're holding out for dear life.
Guarantee you, they clinch a playoff spot this next weekend. They're going to have playoff T-shirts, champagne, and ski goggles. Guarantee you, they'll have Benetti crowd surfing. You know exactly what's going to happen.
I want to say somebody in that organization will be smart enough to say,
won't happen,
guys. This is not a good look.
They made the playoffs. What an accomplishment! Back-to-back playoffs for the first time in X. You know what's coming, and it's going to upset a lot of fans. It will.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I hope somebody will say, this is not a good look, okay? PR-wise, how about no? Just no.
Okay. 248-539-9797. After a steamy summer, you know what's next. Winter. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Electrical. Complete furnace checkup. Make sure it's running properly and, more importantly, safely. Right now, it's only $79. $30 off the regular price. Call today. Spots fill up quick. And don't forget, Mastercraft does plumbing, electrical, and generators too. All at discounted prices. Do it now. It's mastercraftheating.com. That's mastercraftheating.com.
Brought to you by Northville Lumber. The Tigers take on the Guardians tonight, trailing by a game in the AL Central. They still lead the Astros by a game for the last wildcard spot, but Houston has sprinted out to a 5-0 lead in the fourth over the A's. Troy Melton heads to the mound for the Tigers tonight at 6:40, right here on the ticket. Lions defensive coordinator Calvin Shepard said Terrion Arnold's snaps will be reduced this week as they work on Amik Robertson. Quote, with the frequency of base defense that we're playing right now, he's losing snaps. To be honest, he's earned more than what he's gotten so far, so we're doing this regardless, end quote. Cam Talbot will be one of the goalies who dresses tonight for the Wings at 7 over on WWJ News Radio 950. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. More at 5 or at 97ontheticket.com.
We'll go straight to the people. We'll check in on football in about 10 minutes, but it is a Tiger therapy session today, and Isaac is up next, 97.1. Isaac, what's going on, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey,
Welcome,
man.
Isaac. What's going on, pal?
So, hear me out. Looking at everything that happened, we go back to the trade deadline. I really think once Olsen and Job died, and their answer was Morton and Paddock. I think these players seen that, along with the bargain bin of relievers we got, and I think it really hurt the confidence of this team because there wasn't a full buy-in. There wasn't that confidence coming from the front office, especially once we get a couple weeks after the trade deadline, like you guys say, cue Golden Girls, now we have nobody.
Yep.
So it's just frustrating because everything Scott Harris seems to portray to us, seems to tell us without telling us, is he's looking 3-4 years down the road.
Right, and here's the problem. I want to support your point first, Isaac. We saw it in real time with the Red Wings. When your team captain came out and talked about how it hurt the locker room that Stevie didn't get us help. So it's not a false premise, and I don't think you're wrong. The other thing is, when you forecast 3-4 years down the line, but you've only got the best pitcher in baseball for a year and a half, you got to make decisions. So that's my problem in all of that. While I love the long-term approach and knowing they'll never win 53 games again, Isaac,
What's more important?
you know, the guy flat out mocked people who said there's a window. No, there's a window. It's the one with Scooble in it. So
And the frustrating part for me is I'm sitting here going, this is what you're showing, right? If it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck.
Yep.
You had a chance last year. You can't bring this up to Tigers fans or you're a hater. You had a chance last year to deal Scooble and do what it looks like Scott Harris wants to do, build a farm system.
Right.
But we didn't do that. We sat on our hands. We had, like you guys say, we had the Disney movie happen. Now we're here at this epic collapse. Now you have a franchise-changing decision you have to make this winter. You have to sell them for 50 cents on the dollar, or you have to hope and pray that you can somehow compete for them in the offseason when we just seen you couldn't even compete for Bregman against Boston.
Well, Isaac,
so it's just frustrating.
And it should be frustrating. And Isaac, here's the thing you can do. If you wanted to be sad or mad, why don't you do this? Do a comparison of Steve Yzerman's pro scouting and Scott Harris's pro scouting. The players that you acquire at the major league level, it's pretty telling. So just like Yzerman, he's a really good drafter, and we can hoard prospects. But the actual art of acquisition at the major league level, oh boy, go look.
No. Cue fart noise.
Yes, Isaac,
Right,
tremendous. It's the the Kenny drop. Yes, pro scouting.
Yes, man. People are mad. People are sad. I think both are justified.
Alex Cobb. Let's go to Eddie, 97.1. Eddie, what's going on, buddy?
Hi, gents. Listening to, the talk ever since back in July, it seemed to me, Mike, it was a little bit about protest this too much. But now it's starting to seem like, from your vantage point, I told you so. And what's interesting about it is I'm going to pin the blame on Scott Harris. What's not clear to me is what's the strategy, right? For me, when you talk about the weakness of the AL Central, the strategy is you only have to be better than two teams right now, and that is Cleveland and Kansas City. And it just seemed like he missed the strategic move to just simply be better than two teams. And then what we learned in the playoffs last year is truly anything can happen in the postseason,
Yes.
right? And it just seems like what's not clear is there's not an ownership strategy. There's not a Scott Harris strategy. And clearly the moves that he made was not good enough to stay better than two teams in the AL Central.
That's okay. So, Eddie, I love the point you're making is when last year took place and they fell ass backwards into the penthouse. That's fine. What do you want to do with that? Well, I love the idea that they tried to get Bregman, but when you don't, the deadline becomes the next thing. And it also doesn't absolve this ridiculous Alex Cobb thing. I'm with you, Eddie. It wouldn't have taken much to look around at the deadline and go, all right, look, we're not going to burn it all down to go for everything all at once, but I can support this team to ensure we lock up this division, to ensure we can stay at the 2 seed. And they willingly said, no, we don't like the pricing. That, Eddie, that's a tough look when you're in the midst of this. Yeah. I'm with you, Eddie.
And coveting guys that nobody asked you to trade away.
Right, no one was trading McGonigal. Nobody was trading Max Clark. Wasn't happening. They got 2 catching prospects. Do you really need them both?
And, Mike, to your point, the other part of this is we're not competing against big market teams. I mean, it's just spending a little more and having the right strategic tools in place to win the division.
Yeah.
And again, what they showed last year is any bit of magic can be translated to the postseason.
Eddie, I'll give you another example. Tell me if I'm misreading this. I want your, and if I am, throw me down a flight of stairs. How about the idea that they just didn't even say, you know what, we're in desperation mode. Let's give McGonigal a sampling in September, just to see. Okay. And that was poo-pooed by all the writers going, it's not happening. Like, they didn't want to do anything remotely aggressive. And watch what happens, Eddie. McGonigal won't be with this team on opening day. You won't see him till June next year. Service time 2-step.
Yeah, and I think this goes back to, I guess, is the pretext of what I was saying is, where's the strategy?
Yeah, the strategy is the same as the Red Wings, Eddie. Wait for the kids. Yeah. That's the strategy. Yeah. I mean, I don't like it, but
that's not going to make them better than two teams in the division.
No, and that's the problem because you've only got Skubal in this finite amount of time.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like they don't see the sense of urgency that we all see.
There isn't a sense of urgency. What's the urgency?
No
You're
window.
Still trotting out Jahmai Jones.
No window. So,
well, see, those are the comments that fans are in rapture over. That's the point. Oh, the idea of a win. Yeah, it's okay to say our best chance to win a World Series is with the best pitcher. What's going to be the 2-time Cy Young winner? Mm-hmm. They couldn't even say that. Because why? Your Coney meeting. When you say this is the window, you apply pressure to yourself. You apply a standard. Mm-hmm. What do we do in this town? General managers, owners, all of them.
They sit around. Hey.
The opposite.
Longevity. Let's just talk about the future.
So again, I thought there was a middle ground for them. You could have a very bright future with a very good farm system, but you got to give to get. You got to give a little bit. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to give nothing. And all the articles that came out around the deadline, what did it say? Oh, you're trying to deal with the Tigers? They don't want to give up nothing.
Well, he didn't want to regret it, the ghost of the players who aren't here.
Right. 248-539-9797. All right, every Thursday, your chance on FanDuel for the NFL. It's FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot. Win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Get in on this Thursday's action. All you got to do on the anytime touchdown score bet before the game kicks off. First or last TD of the game, and you're in. And you win your share of those bonuses. FanDuel.com/ticket. That's FanDuel.com/ticket. The $2 million bonus bet Thursday night deal. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and up, present Michigan. Opt-in is required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms. Sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Very, very sultry, David. Rico, go ahead, buddy.
All right, guys. The NFL has just come out with the candidates for the Hall of Fame class of 2026.
Oh, God.
I thought we'd have some fun and decide whether these gentlemen should be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm just going to say my least favorite thing in sports is over-the-hill sports writer guy with overly passionate takes about the Hall of Fame. This is not my wheelhouse. I'm going to be cut and dry with this.
No, and I was about to say, either you're a Hall of Famer or you're not.
That's
it's
it.
not.
When the name gets brought up, if it's not absolutely, you're not a Hall of Famer.
Right. Exactly. David, I think you feel the same way.
Yes.
If you have to explain and tell me, well, remember this game and this season, not a Hall of Famer.
Not a Hall of Famer.
Because if you say a certain name, if you're like, hey, Joe Montana,
Hall of Famer.
Right. If you're like, hey, Geno Smith,
Not a Hall of Famer.
right. That easy. You
Okay.
guys ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm going to start you off with an easy one.
Sure.
And granted, there's only going to be, I think, like 4 to 7 people going into the Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick.
Yes.
No. This Jordan Hudson thing is removed.
Stop it.
I'm
Stop
sorry.
it.
Okay, we're back. Yes, he's Hall of Famer. I've just lost all respect for him.
Marquise Pouncey.
No.
No.
Greg Olson.
No.
No.
Great commentator. Very good football player. But at no point did I ever view him as the best tight end in football. You want to make the Hall of Fame? You got to be the best player at your position for a couple of years of your career. Those are my grades. So no.
Okay. Todd Gurley.
No, absolutely
No.
not. Guy played like 4 minutes. Had a great career, but 4 minutes and a bum knee. No, out.
Geno Atkins.
Absolutely
No.
not. What is this?
These are the people on the list. These are some of the better names.
What about Pepper Johnson? No.
Okay. Alex Smith.
No.
We're getting to the better names.
Huh? No. He wouldn't even be in Utes Hall of Fame. No.
Yes, he would, actually.
LaShawn Shady McCoy.
No.
Yes.
Why, yes, David.
Thought he was top 15 in rushing yards, but
Was he ever the number one back in football?
No, I don't think so.
Then you're not Hall of Fame. I told you, I drive a hard bargain. I'd have like 7 total yellow jackets in there. So, like, I'm the wrong person to talk
No.
to. I gatekeep the Hall of Fame.
This is why we're doing this, Mike.
Okay.
Julian Edelman.
No. It's ridiculous.
No.
Philip Rivers.
Yes.
Maybe the penis Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Guy's got like 15 kids. No. Was never the best quarterback. Didn't win Stugatz. And he just hung around long enough to put up a bunch of numbers. No. I would say no. I know he'll get in.
I'm saying yes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, hey, takes one to
No,
know
no,
one.
no. It's
You're a fellow swordsman over there.
It's because of the numbers. The numbers
yeah,
will get
in
him
the
in.
bedroom. The point I'm making is I know he will
Yes,
get in,
correct.
but I was asked the question. I never viewed Phillip Rivers as a Peyton Manning, as a Tom Brady, as a Drew Brees.
Okay.
Good player, red ass, clearly fertile, not a Hall of Famer for me.
Speaking of fertile, Sean Alexander.
No, but congratulations on the sex. I found out today he had 14 kids. My God. Him and Rivers could form a starting 22.
They could.
They actually could, yes.
14 kids for Sean Alexander.
They have a couple on the bench as well.
Congratulations on the sex. Not a line I thought I would hear today, but here we are.
Hey, Sean Alexander, you are the father.
Eddie George.
This is difficult. I want to say yes. I really would need to see the data, but there were a couple years in there I felt like he was the best. But if Shady's out, so's he.
Mike Allstott.
No.
He was the best fullback.
Greatest YouTube highlight video ever, but unfortunately averaged like 3.8 a carry. No. But shout out oversized shoulder pads. Not a Hall of Famer.
Okay. Steve McNair.
No, absolutely not. Totally overrated. I'm
Really?
sorry he died, but totally overrated.
Really want him to, but no.
Please, David,
Yeah,
come
no.
on. No.
Donovan McNabb.
Ooh.
Not with the soup commercials.
This is a football. It's not soup commercial.
He killed his rep with that. Chunky soup. No,
But
not
see,
in the
you
Hall of
still
Fame.
remember, so therefore it worked.
Yeah, I remember. I also remember beating the Giants like a drum. Was he ever the number 1, 2, 3 quarterback in the league?
No.
I don't think so. I'd say no.
Okay.
Seems like a nice guy. I know they built a hospital in Philly with his name on it, so that's nice.
Eli Manning.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
No, he's a 500 quarterback, threw a ton of interceptions, and got carried by a great defense. No, I absolutely not. I'll put McNabb in over him. I'd put Phillip Rivers in over him.
I said yes just to
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, you're being provocative.
He should not be a Hall of Famer. He didn't do enough in his career.
At no point was Eli a top 5 quarterback.
Correct.
Argue it.
Correct. You're right.
Marshawn Lynch.
No.
No.
How about Jamal Lewis?
No.
No, definitely not.
If Marshawn's not in, he's not in.
Guy had like 2 great years.
Chad Johnson.
No.
Reggie Wayne.
See, he's been on this list for a few years now, has not gotten in.
So he's stale bread.
It's tough, man.
He's
no.
out too. Throw them all out.
No.
Next.
I was going to say Steve Smith.
No.
What are you, nuts?
Torrey Holt.
No.
No. They'll get in on the...
How are these guys even on the ballot?
These guys have been on here for years and have not gotten in.
TJ's boy, Donald Driver.
He's in a different Hall of
For
Fame.
other reasons, yes, but no.
His bust would look quite different than the rest. Can you imagine if they let Donald Driver in there and it was just a big plaster?
You know what? We're going to move
Shout
on.
out TJ for sharing that intel.
Anquan Bolden.
No, ridiculous.
Frank Gore.
Yes.
No.
He's still
He's-
top 10 in rushing, so
He's
yes.
Phillip Rivers minus the kids. He just hung around too long. You want him in, you put him in.
He's still top 10.
Was he ever
yeah.
the best running back in the league?
I think he was, yes.
When? What years?
The years.
Yeah, the years.
I don't have him in my head, but
This is not
he's
the
top
Hall
10.
This is not the Hall of very good, though.
He's
He
top
was just
10 in rushing.
That's because he was around forever.
No,
That's because he decided I'm going to play until my brain is complete mush.
He was top 5 at one point, but now Henry is passing him. Peterson passed him. He's still
Yeah,
great.
2 Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Darren Woodson.
No.
Okay. The disdain from your voice.
Is there
right?
anyone on this list that
Yeah.
deserves to be in?
Yeah, we're saving the best.
Can they
for
have a
last.
year where no one gets in?
AJ Hawk. No, I'm kidding. But he actually is on this list.
No.
I just said that for you, Michael. Jason Witten.
Yes. Multiple years being the best tight end in the game. Represents everything the NFL wants to be about. Hall of Fame player. Yeah, I'd say yes to Jason.
Yeah, I think of him and Gates just got in this past year. I think of them the same. They were right there neck and neck with each other while they played. So, yes.
Okay. We have Rodney Harrison.
No.
No.
Okay. We have Takeo Spikes.
No.
This is laughable.
No.
Terrell Suggs.
Yes.
How many career sacks? If he's north of 100, I'll say yes. But you got to be north of 100. Where is he?
Yeah, he has. Wow, come on.
And I don't want to hear his role on that god-awful rock show on HBO. T-Sizzle or whatever. That doesn't count. Next.
Why are they not giving me the number? What are we doing here?
Come on. How many sacks does Suggs have for his career?
Yeah, 139.
He's in.
Yeah.
Next.
Larry Fitzgerald.
In. One of the 5 best receivers I've seen play. Phenomenal.
Yeah, almost single-handedly beat my Steelers.
Class
so
act
yes.
as well. It matters. I don't like putting scumbags in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's one, Mike. I don't know if you're going to laugh at me or Vince Wilfork.
While I respect the denim overalls postgame look, no. Very good player, but not Hall of Fame.
All right. And finally, Randall Cunningham?
No.
Okay. F him. You know how many times he beat the Giants?
So
I hope he's miserable.
Last one I'll give you guys.
That's not the ruling here. The criteria
It's
is not.
my rules.
I'm asking the question. David, I'll give you Hines Ward.
No.
Okay. He's on the.
Where's Drew Brees?
And I was going to finish with Drew Brees.
Drew Brees,
No.
yes. Yes.
I'm joking, yes.
How
He's
dare
a Hall
you?
of Famer, yes.
And
know
he
what
did it
that
while
is,
he was
Mike.
4 feet tall.
So
How dare you, Kenny?
You know
How
what
dare
that's
you?
all about, Mike.
What's up?
You know what that is, Mike.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's how David was.
are you guys in for kickers? Vinatieri?
Yes.
Okay.
He should. Now, it's a separate wing of the Hall of Fame.
Now.
It's the asterisk alley where they're not football players, but they participated in football. So the kicker wing is actually like an outdoor garden paver. You don't get a bust, you don't get a jacket, but we'll put your name on a brick.
Would that also go for special teams as well?
I would never put a special teamers in.
Depends.
Josh Cribbs?
No.
Brian Mitchell?
No.
No.
Okay.
Brian Mitchell, is he 70? How long do you get
Devin
this?
Hester changed the game. That's why he got in.
Right.
He changed the game.
Got you. Okay. That's your Hall of Fame list
Jeez.
that Mike approved. 97-1.
Brought to you by National Benefit Plans. Tigers scoreboard watching isn't going great this afternoon. The Astros now lead the A's 7-0 in the fourth. Detroit leads Houston by a game for the last wild card spot. The Tigers hope to avoid a sweep of the hands of their own of the Guardians. First pitch at 6:40 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. They announced that Trey Melton will make the start against Parker Messick. Lions defensive coordinator Calvin Shepard confirmed what Dan Campbell hinted at yesterday, that Amik Robertson would take some of Terrion Arnold's reps. Lions offensive tackle Taylor Decker mispracticed again today. Al-Qadim Muhammad returned at a limited capacity on the D-line. Derek Barnes also limited for the second straight day. The Red Wings are back on the ice at Little Caesars Arena for their second preseason game against the Sabres. Hear that 7 p.m. puck drop over on WWJ, which will feature a lot more regulars in Game 1, including Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, and Cam Talbot. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Well, that is the general viewpoint of Tiger fan right now. Welcome in at 5 o'clock. It has been a fan therapy day. Tigers lose again last night, 5-1. 2 seed is gone. Division is all but gone. And now you're clinging for dear life to the wild card. It's a good thing the Astros stink. Now it looks like they'll break their 5-game losing streak today. You have the tiebreaker on them. So your magic number's 3. The question we have been getting your feedback on all day is, where on the emotional spectrum are you with this team? Are you mad? Are you sad? Are you apathetic? Earlier today, a couple of callers called the morning show their full spite store. The morning show called them losers. I don't agree with that. I think spite is a part of being a fan.
Yeah.
And when your team offers you nothing and they act like they have, invented baseball and the deadline was a joke, I understand the spite. Because you want them to hurt the way you hurt.
Yeah, I mean, you can be emotional as a fan, Mike. I mean, different sport, but just look at what happened in 2 weeks with the Lions. After the Packers game, it was gloom and doom, and 2 weeks later, boom, you beat the Ravens, and now everybody's talking Super Bowl. So you're allowed to be emotional as a fan, and when you're watching an epic collapse, something that has never happened, you just don't get to chastise fans and say, well, you got to believe in this thing no matter what. You're allowed to be angry or you're allowed to be sad. And we're here for you today.
This is a matter of where are you at with it. And look, a lot of people have called in about Scott Harris, and that you're going to have to own that if you're Scott Harris. You brazenly were like, yeah, I don't want to be haunted by a deal. Here's Charlie Morton and Chris Paddock and a collection of nonsense in the pen. You got to own it. And look, you said there's no window. We're about to waste a second Cy Young season. There's a shot they don't make the playoffs. It's part of the job. But fans are angry, and I think they have a right to be. Now, again, that doesn't mean you don't want them in the playoffs. I could totally see a bizarro scenario where next week they take 2 out of 3 from the Guardians and win a wild card round. Why? Baseball. Yeah. But in the here and now, no, people are livid.
But I think the frustration kicks in when that's your only rationale. Well, baseball, not because, look, we got a lot of great hitters and they're just going through a slump.
No, there's nothing I can offer you. Baseball. No, I can't offer you anything from a data standpoint. Yeah. I'm open about it. I'm not.
Oh no, it's not to you. But I'm just saying, when that's your only rationale of, well, anything can happen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's what they left us with by doing nothing. Fair. Look at where you are.
Fair.
That's all right. I'm sure Alex Cobb's almost ready. 248-539-9797. We go to Hunter. He bats leadoff in the 5 o'clock. Hunter, what's going on, buddy?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we feeling?
Good, Hunter. What's going on?
It's just, I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm a little mad, but I'm not really sad. It's just laughable. Like last year, we were all the gritty tigs and all that great. This is a complete 180, and I don't think it's mostly on Harris. I think it's a pretty sizable amount, but it's also players weren't taking it seriously. Genuinely, I just don't think anybody took it seriously, and I feel like we're wasting Tariq Skubal. Just either get paid or go where you're actually worth and can win a ring.
Yeah, Hunter, that's going to be a conversation after the season ends, whenever it ends. Those winter meetings, because if you don't deal them then you just got to ride it out. The worst thing they could do would be deal them at the deadline for 10 cents on the dollar. You either deal them at the winter meetings or you ride it out, because they've wasted the value of him, and they know they did. That's where, I mean, Hunter, we don't need to revisit last summer, but the people who were saying trade him, I wasn't mad at, but you had to get a certain package, but they didn't do it. And then the Disney movie happened. And now think about what happened this year. He's going to win the Cy Young, and you may not make the playoffs.
If irony were a lot of strawberries, we'd be drinking a lot of smoothies.
There you go. Nah, Hunter, that's the thing is I'm not mad at any fan who's mad.
No.
I'm not mad at the fans who say, look, this sucks, but damn it, I need him in the playoffs. It's really up to you guys. Go to Ned, 97.1. Ned, what's going on, pal?
Mr. Valeni, Mr. Beard, we talked in July. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
We talked in July. I gave you 3 names. Go figure, they all moved. You guys were talking about Suarez and Duran and the backup in Minnesota. Everybody but that setup guy in Minnesota moved.
Griffin Jacks.
And yes, thank you. And, this is, I think, where the most of the frustration comes in with us fans, is that we knew, you guys are, sports broadcasters and you know your stuff, but even us regular old fans were given names out that all ended up moving, that all are contributing to teams right now. And I think it ties back to, everybody wants to blame Scott Harris and everybody wants to blame, Hinch or the players, whatever it is. Do you think it's any surprise that both of Chris Ilitch's teams that he runs here have terrible trade deadlines, have sat pat and said we're going to wait for the the farm systems to grow? I think Chris is sitting up there and just saying, I'm not spending money. So then that brings me to my next point, which is, you're absolutely right, Mike. You just said it, a minute ago. I'm not moving Skubal for a bag of chips next year at the trade deadline. We need to either figure out if Ilitch is going to spend the money and retain Skubal and we start making some moves, or are we going to give up Skubal and get some pieces at the winter meetings? Because right now, if we make the playoffs, great. You're absolutely right about that too, Mike. There's going to be champagne bottles popping. Everybody's going to have their snowboard glasses on. But we have some major issues here with the Tigers and the Red Wings. But right now, the focus is on the Tigers. I want to
unpack something. And Ned, I appreciate it. I want to explain this, though. Here's the issue I have, and I've taken a lot of these calls. Rico's gotten a few. It's just this Chris Ilitch thing is like what everyone's reverting to. And I'm always happy to bash owners. I'm not a big fan of any owner. The point is, I don't think you can put the deadline on Chris Ilitch. Scott Harris and Steve Yzerman are the same person. And those guys control what happens. Now, if you're acquiring a player who's due $100 million over 8 years, that's an ownership discussion.
Yeah, you're going to have to get Chris's approval.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Ilitch is approving or thumbs down on the number 11 prospect in your system. No. So let's start there. Now, if you want to critique him, that the people he hired had the very same approach of wait for the kids and I'll take as long as it needs, you have free will to do that. But look, everyone's looking for a boogeyman. And I'll be the first to go after ownership. I just don't think it's relevant to this. They added payroll. They tried to get Alex Bregman with an offer that should have got Alex Bregman, but the Red Sox decided to rip 5 shots at Jameson and offer a more money AAV than Aaron Judge. Now, guess what? He's going to opt out, right? Mm-hmm. If he opts out and signs here this winter, You're not you know that is Chris going to get credit for that? That's my point. Is I don't want to pay Scooble. I told you guys this. I'm not interested in paying him $400 million when he can't go 7 innings, when he won't throw 100 pitches. So you either traded him 2 years ago or you ride it out. Now, the problem is if you had a deadline like that and an offseason like that, you have one more shot. This offseason, you have to go all in. And if you're not going to do that,
you got to move them.
Then wherever the owners' meetings are in Scottsdale or Calabasas or whatever, Naples, Florida, you trade. Those are your options. I didn't create them.
No, because a trade deadline, you're not going to get much for it.
No, it'll be a joke. So listen. Those conversations, I'm hitting the portal. We'll do those this fall.
Yeah, I think this is going to kind of end up being like the Erod, where you're just going to end up letting him go at the end. So.
Oh, but we got a comp pick, and Scott drafted a 13-year-old guy from Hungary. All right. You know what's going to happen.
Yes, I laugh because you make fun of it, but it will happen. Oh no, this guy's going to be great in 7 years.
Right. I mean, it's like talking about they have a prospect they used a lot of international money on, this Chris Rodriguez kid. I'll see you in 2029. Mm-hmm. Now that's fine. I'd rather have good prospects than not, but you have to weaponize some of them.
And that's just it. What's the point of all of these if you can't manipulate and move some to create better advantages right now?
Especially if you're handing the center field job to Max Clark and you're going to hand a middle infield spot. Still not sure long-term if McGonigle's a shortstop or a second baseman. The point is, we know where those two guys slot in. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, pick the couple of guys hey, maybe you're a Rainier guy. He's got to get healthy. He'll be the shortstop. McGonigle will be second base. Yeah. Fine enough. That's 3 players.
Yeah.
Outside of those 3.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. And for Harris, you have to be okay with, we dealt somebody and he turned out to be pretty good for somebody else. But the whole, I don't want to be haunted by, that's your job. You have to take that chance. And if it happens, you know what? Tip your cap. It was good pro scouting. And then, you know what?
Which is the failing of both the Red Wings and Tigers right now. Yeah. The pro level acquisitions are not good enough. They're just not. 248-539-9797 are at Hungry Howie's. They are rocking and rolling. Maybe you'll eat your feelings tonight during the Tiger game. They have authentic Detroit-style pizza. You know the drill, the best ingredients and great pricing. Right now, you can get your own Detroit-style pizza from Hungry Howie's, $12.99. Very competitive in the pizza game. Get over to hungryhowies.com. You can celebrate boldly with authentic Detroit-style pizza only for $12.99 at Hungry Howie's. Straight to the people. The passion is there, and I wish I had better answers for you. But, hey, if you still want them in, I ain't mad at you. And if you're Latte Larry, you're like, to hell with these guys. I don't even want to look at them. I get that, too. Let's go to Dre, 97.1. Dre, what's going on, pal?
Good. You hear me good?
Yeah, man. It's good to hear from you again. What's going on?
Yes, sir. No, I mean, this is why messaging and being in tune to messaging to your fan base is so important. You know, let's look at fan excitement like a fire, right? Starting from the way last year ended, going to the first half of this year to the trade deadline. Tigers fan base fire was at a fever pitch. You know, we're excited. Hey, you know, things are going well. We can do something magical. And Scott Harris essentially was saying by his moves, I don't care how happy you are. Sit your happy asses down. We're not ready. And just wait. And when you juxtapose that with this type of collapse, that turns to anger. Because it's like, okay, smart's down in the room. You literally did everything you could to temper our expectations, tell us to relax, no matter what was going on in the present. And now we're seeing this foolery type of product on the baseball field. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get that visceral, emotional reaction, right? Mm-hmm. Then also this, too, when it comes to Chris Ilitch. By the way Scott handled this deadline, you can't tell me that when they did their little monthly check-in around July that, you know, Chris was like, hey, Scott, how's it going? By the way, tell me about your approach to this deadline. Are we making any kind of moves to, you know, try to capitalize on this season? There's no way by the moves that Scott made that Chris even had a conversation like that. So make no mistakes. I blame Scott more, but if people want to blame Chris, blame Chris for not applying reasonable, not unreasonable. You know, no one's saying that we're ready to win a World Series, but reasonable expectation that, hey, look, whether it's ahead of schedule or not, this team has earned their opportunity, and our fan base has earned the opportunity to at least have a reasonable shot.
Yeah, and Dre, here's another way to say it. What people want to feel, right? Because you can't prove or disprove, but what we want to feel is that the owner is engaged and passionate. Mm-hmm. And that is hard. That is hard to suggest.
But also this too, you know, I love when people throw out, you know, oh well, look at how Suarez is playing for Seattle.
It's
or
irrelevant.
How,
it's irrelevant. It may have been different here. It's totally.
It doesn't matter.
His
but
presence
also,
in the lineup.
Yep.
It warrants it enough. And fine. You know what? You don't like the way he's playing. How many Tigers have as many home runs as Suarez since he got traded? The answer is 0.
Right. But also it's bigger than that, Mike. It's about the messaging that at least you try. I can live with failure. It's the same thing with the Holmes and the pass rush thing. I can live when you fall short. As long as I know that you made a legitimate effort to try. Not be unreasonable and trade the farm for, you know, overpaid pass fans. But you made a reasonable calculation and tried that your team earned that opportunity based on the game lead they had in the division. Say, look, I'm not going to jeopardize our future, but you guys have earned that opportunity to have at least a decent shot to maximize what you can do. And he decided, nope, I don't care. We're not going to try.
And it's the same thing, Dre. It's the same thing Yzerman did. See, this is where I think, to your point, right? We're not in a court of law. We can't subpoena things.
Right.
But it's the idea of, wait, Steve, you mean you're not going to make a trade at the deadline again? How many years have I paid you? No, that's what fans want. They want to know that the owner burns to win the way they do. And while it may happen or may not behind closed doors, it's about being forward-facing. So when fans are looking to project their anger, this is why this keeps happening.
And see, I think that, you know what, even if you had made a move and you got Suarez here and it did work out, at least you did something that you could say, okay, you didn't stand pat, you made a move. Not all moves will work at the trade deadline. I get that. But it's almost like that's the straw that most fans want to hold on to. Well, how do you know it's going to work? How do you know it's going to work? You don't.
The one that I'll never understand is when you had relievers with multiple years of term, meaning they're a part of your core, meaning you're putting them on the season tickets. I'll never understand it. That wasn't a rental. That wasn't trading a stud prospect for 3 months of a player. It was 3 years of a player.
That fit the window that you're in right now.
Bang. And again, the only way we can prove it is when you read the reports, the Tigers were impossible to deal with. They were not going to give up anything of value. Well, then you're not going to get anything of value. Congratulations. You're eating at Skyline Chili, topped with Alex Cobb. And actually, that's not a trade deadline, so I want to apologize. Topped with Chris Paddock and a side of Morton. May I offer you a Montero platter?
You're right.
And that draws the ire of fans. Let's go to Jack, 97.1. Jack, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, first time caller.
Welcome.
Good. How are you?
Good, man.
I want to talk about what the morning show said. They were saying that you said that they were calling fans that were mad were losers.
It's a loser mindset. I didn't understand it. I talked to Cookies about it, and I told them what we were going to do. And I'm going, well, I support those people. So there you go.
Yeah, because I've been a fan like my whole life pretty much, and I've supported this team through when they were horrible, and but this is ridiculous what they've been going through. I don't think they've won once in the last 2 weeks, and I think if you're not mad, then I think you're the loser because what the heck is going on? They're not even trying at the deadline. I don't even think it's worth it to keep Scooble around because they're not even going to try to get anybody else on this team.
Well, we got to let that part happen. Look, if they go into this offseason and it's another Gleyber Torres, Alex Cobb double dip, oh, no, I'll have the opinion you have. I'll go ballistic. If you're going to keep him around, it's time to put some troops around him and let's go to war. Otherwise, I'm with you. Jack, the bottom line is if you want the team in the playoffs still, that's fine. But I understand people who go, no, I don't want to reward them for their malpractice. And I know they're not winning the World Series, so you know what? Just miss it. Shake it up. I think and Jack, here's what we can't prove. If by missing the playoffs you could tell me there'd be an ideological shift, that the team would have a good look in the mirror and go, you know what? We got to do business differently, then I'd be right there too.
You can't say that.
I can't prove that. I can't make them be who they don't want to be.
Right, because why would all of a sudden they change and do things differently?
Well, guess what? If they make the playoffs, you know they ain't changing.
No, because we're ahead of schedule and we came back and got it done. And though we lost the 15.5 game lead, we still
Why can't you people just party and play your kazoo?
So yeah, absolutely making the playoffs will be. Why do we need to change? We didn't do anything at the trade deadline, and it worked
subconsciously or outwardly. Look, we don't make up the callers.
No.
Okay, 75% of callers, I would say 3 of every 4 today, has been spite.
No, you're right.
That has nothing to do with me.
I stand out. I thought it was going to be more sad. They're more angry.
You're fine.
No, I
Rico,
let you down.
No, you didn't.
I let you down.
You'd only let me down if you didn't have an opinion.
I let you. Well,
okay. Okay.
But hey, first team to 50.
I'm Luke Sloan.
6 All-Stars.
Okay. The Tigers are first to 40.
Remember Javi. Okay. Javier Bays.
In memoriam. 248-539-9797. David, ticket text real quick.
Go make me die before I read these.
Get your t-shirt here. Fear Javier.
I've already moved on to the Wings preseason and football. Check on you next season. It's Tom in HP. Hey, guys, on the bright side, according to some, it's better now that we have exciting baseball to watch. I'm hoping they miss the playoffs for all the reasons already discussed and because the players themselves need to just step up and play. But they look defeated. They are lacking some toughness for sure. I'm in disbelief, guys, with the Tigers right now. I just don't understand how they can collapse this bad. That is Alex in Romulus.
Because at a certain point, you don't have any confidence left. And if you don't have confidence, you start gaslighting yourself. You question your every move. You start pressing. You're seeing a lot of guys Look, you don't strike out 19. They didn't have Nolan Ryan on the mound. You struck out 19 times the other night because guys are trying to help the team and win, and I got to make a difference.
No, it's funny because David and I were talking about that yesterday. Like, it wasn't Randy Johnson out there where you're like, okay, man, I get it.
No. Trust me, I've endured some of those games in the playoffs with my team. Hey, that's Randy Johnson peak. Right. Yeah, you enjoy that 3 times in a World Series.
He takes one step and he's at the plate. Like,
strike 3, strike 6, strike 9, F you. Better job by me? You're garbage. Like that 0-1 World Series, I got my fill of him and Kurt Schilling. The strikeouts are way more acceptable.
Right.
Here's the thing, guys. The Wings and the Tigers better be dynasties from 28 to 30 with how they're talking and going about their business. Can you imagine these kids not being good?
Which, by the way, I'd hate to say it, is always a possibility. Mm-hmm. Or they could be superstars. Or they could be a mystery box, as Kenny says. We'll get more of your calls next, 97.1.
All right, Mike, I get to talk about the basement. There will be no kazoo playing in the basement. As a matter of fact, it is almost finished. They're putting in the kitchenette right now. They got the LED lighting going around the ceiling. Guys, this thing looks sweet. It looks better than what I even thought it was going to be. Matrix Basements has come through for me. Let them come through for you. Check out matrixbasements.com. Tons of great ideas, great before and after photos. Pretty soon you'll see my basement. It went from totally unfinished to just, man, that thing is all that. I was just down there last night looking around saying, I am pleased that I went with Matrix Basements. You will be as well. You get a free consultation. They'll come back to you with some great ideas. And then the next thing you know, within a few weeks, you will have a new basement or a new game room or a new man cave. Whatever it is you're looking for, Matrix Basements will get it done for you. Check out matrixbasements.com. Do that today and let Matrix Basements turn your basement dreams into reality.
Brought to you by Twin Peaks. Lions defensive coordinator Kelvin Shepard said earlier today they'll reduce Terrion Arnold's snap count, saying that it has nothing to do with his play and rather about giving Amik Robertson a larger role.
Yeah.
D lineman Al-Qadim Muhammad, I thought that was a drop. D lineman Al-Qadim Muhammad returned to practice after missing with a knee injury in the walkthrough yesterday in a limited capacity. Derek Barnes also limited for the second straight day. The Tigers play another night game to finish out their series against the Guardians. Detroit has Troy Melton starting. Hear the game right here on 97.1 The Ticket at 6:40. Right now, the Astros lead the A's 9-0 in the sixth inning. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. More at 6 or at 97.1theticket.com.
Straight to the people. We'll get a little football today. Got a big finish, and then we'll get you to Tiger baseball. They got to get a win. Your magic number is 3 to get in. They can still make the playoffs. Now, whether you want that to happen or not, I leave that to you. The Astros have decided they're going to win a game this month, so you really need it tonight. A loss tonight, and you're sitting there with a tie break, and it's a best of 3, and you're going to Fenway, and they're playing the Angels, who are eliminated. But I'm out of must wins. They're all, you know what I mean? Like they can't be. Well, now tonight's really a must.
No. Your must win was
Scooble.
2 days. Yes, the Scooble start.
Last night just turned into theater of the absurd.
Yeah, now it's starting to turn into everything that you didn't think was going to happen is happening.
That would have been the Atlanta
in real
series.
time.
I don't even know where I left sensibility in all this. I'm like, well, there's no way they're going to get swept. And then okay, they did. All right, guys, they'll get a game or two from Atlanta. Oh, dear. Oh, no. I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm what is it? The Titanic joke we make. Blow the whistle. Please. No,
Not that whistle. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go to Ben. Right. Let's go to Ben, 97.1. Ben, what's going on?
How's it going?
Good. What's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to say, I feel like a lot of people have been calling in today, pretty negative. I mean, obviously there's some questionable decisions with the management, but I don't know. I feel like it's important to take a step back, have some perspective on the season. Like, I'm just grateful for just how well they've done. I mean, I know it's been a historic fall down, but I don't know. I'm just grateful to be a fan, hoping they can get it done the next couple of days. And baseball is a pretty random game. You never know what can happen in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So I think people need to keep that in the back of their mind.
Ben, I said this earlier. We got a couple ticket texts, and I was like, no, I actually agree with those people. If you told me this time next week, they took 2 out of 3 from the Guardians in a weird 3-game series, I wouldn't be shocked. Why? Baseball. Baseball's weird, especially in these short series. So I'm with you. I totally get it if people are like, no, I still want to make it. It's just so frustrating, Ben. They had the 2 seed on lock. They didn't have to play. Yeah. They had the division. The idea that we're like, Ben,
you could have set your pitching rotation.
Ben, easily. 2 weeks ago, if I said you'd be scoreboard watching Houston and Sacramento, you would have laughed at me.
Yeah, probably. But you know what? It is what it is. We're here. We still got a pretty good shot to make the playoffs. So I'd take where we're at right now at the start of the season if you handed it to me. So,
yeah, and Ben, I'm not mad at all. But hey, you want to make it, you want to get in. I agree with you, but you gotta miss me with the what if I told you? No, because you're leaving out a lot of context. In April, you have no adventure to go on, and I just say, hey, you're in the mix to make the playoffs. You're 2 games up in the wild card. Everyone says yes. Do the part where you give the details. What if I told you you'd be up 15 and a half games in the worst division in baseball, and in 2 weeks you'd go Thelma and Louise over a cliff? You can't do that one now. Not with us, at least. I'm sure other people would agree.
We're equal opportunity. He's happy.
And I'm not mad at him.
No, right.
And I agree with Ben. They absolutely have a shot. You know who Cleveland doesn't want to see again? You.
That quickly? I don't know. Maybe if it was like a month later, you're figuring, okay, they figured it out. But right now, man, they smell blood. They want you again.
Let's go to Roy, 97.1. What's up, Roy?
Mike, Rico, David, and of course, hi, Kenny.
Roy, what's going on, buddy?
It's got to stop.
Not much. First, I just want to start. I want to vent for a second, but I want to say on you, Mike. Good pull, Naples, Florida. That's where I was born.
I'm glad I could.
Out of nowhere.
Good geographical pick by me. Go ahead.
Yes, you did. So I am just at this point. I'm just pissed. I spite-stored Larry Saturday in that Braves game where Carp hit the bomb to tie it in the ninth, and then they pitched it away in the extra innings. I just worked 10 hours. I'm listening to the game on the radio. I have to go home and take an edible to call Rieger to be able to complain to him. I was so infuriated. And it's like Harris wants to think he's the smartest man in the room. Well, guess what? He's not. Cobb is. He made $15 million and didn't have to do anything. And I hope Harris is glad. Well, Harris is going to have a good resume. He's going to have 4 championships on his resume from the farm system. So,
well, yeah, listen, I mean, Roy, and we're up against it, but you're not wrong, is that now the pressure is going to be ratcheted up. If they miss out, or let's say this doesn't turn into anything this year. They just get aced out in the first round. Roy, the pressure's going to go up on him, brother, on these prospects, because you essentially mortgaged a season banking on him, even though nobody was asking you to trade those particular ones.
Nope.
So we'll see. Hope is not a strategy, but it's all we got left. I got nothing else. I don't have baseball reasons they're going to turn it around. They just look dead as a doorknob.
And that's the frustrating thing is, well, it's baseball. Should never be the reason.
All right, every NFL Thursday, your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel, because FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. That means you pick a prop for a touchdown, first or last one. Your player hits, you share in the pool. FanDuel.com/ticket. That's FanDuel.com/ticket. Your chance to win a share of the bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and up, present in Michigan. Opt-in is required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued. Non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms. Sportsbook.fanduel.com. You got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, hit some music. 7 minutes of football. Please.
Here we go. My favorite segment of the week.
Dude, I'm not up for this right now. Come on.
Because I need to find a game that Mike likes. Does Mike like this game? Best bets of the weekend.
David, just lead it off with Army ECU.
I'm not doing that
is
one.
Mike all over it. This is if Mike were to die, this is his heaven.
Two of Mike's favorite programs.
They are.
Hey,
they
that's what
are.
I'm saying.
But no, go ahead.
He'll
David.
have the split jersey sitting in the stands.
We have
the Detroit Rams.
We have the Devil's number in this game here. Kentucky plus 5.5 at South Carolina.
No.
Here's why I picked this game. Sellers has been sacked 12 times in 4 games, 6 in the back-to-back games, and Kentucky leads their top 15 in PFF and pass rush grade.
Yeah.
I'm going Kentucky plus 5.5.
I'm glad you are. I want nothing to do with that game. Both those teams are severely messed up.
They are.
And South Carolina, I tell you, they better be careful because the last 6 weeks of their schedule, I don't know if they win a game playing the way they're playing. And that seat will get real hot because the question will get asked to Shane Beamer, how do you have the number 1 pick in the NFL draft potentially, and you just went 4-8? Be careful.
He'll say, well, Miami did it last year.
Well, it might be because Kentucky can run the ball as well, and South Carolina, they can't tackle. So
their defense is awful.
Yeah.
Next.
Let's move over to the Big Ten here. Let's go with
Say it.
Number 21 USC at Illinois. And I am going Illinois plus 6.5 here.
Nope.
Here's why. Who have the Trojans really played? Yes, their offense looks great, video game-like, but who have they played? And the line movement is interesting. It was at 1.5 USC, and all because of the reaction to last weekend's games with Illinois and USC, it's moved to 6.5.
All right, do you have another Big Ten game on here, yes or no?
David,
I do.
Before you say that, who's Illinois play?
Correct.
Western Illinois,
You're right.
Duke, Western Michigan.
You're right.
And then they got curb stomped
Can I add?
by Indiana. You're making a big mistake taking Illinois.
Let me add, Duke turned it over 5 times against Illinois, and that game was a lot closer than what it looked like. Cash the ticket. We care about Duke and Illinois. But yes.
I only selected this one because the line movement, the reaction from 1 week.
Can you go to the other Big Ten game? Because it better involve a
Rutgers.
cravat and a raspberry beret.
It does.
Okay.
It's
UW.
Ohio State at Washington.
UW
Washington plus 8.5.
UW.
Yes.
DeMond Williams is electric. They've got some NFL corners. Ohio State is good. That's not the question. It's why are we putting them on a pedestal for beating Texas when Texas is cheeks? And it's Big Ten going west.
Yes.
Even though it's a conference game.
Sands, first road game as a quarterback, going out to Seattle. And if you listen to the 5-Star Zone, a stat, Washington outside of kneel downs at the end of the half and the end of the game, 21 straight possessions, 21 straight scores.
Hit it.
That's what the money's for.
No. I was hoping for a chorus of Purple Rain.
Oh.
All right, let's continue.
You can't do that to the man. That's not even a thing here.
He loves Prince.
Dearly
and
beloved.
They play it after they win at UW.
We're gathered here today
Okay.
to this thing called life.
Okay, right. And you're dressed as Austin Powers
An
and you're
electric
4 feet
word,
tall.
life. It means forever, and that's a mighty long time, but I'm here to tell you.
I hate everything.
I need your thoughts on this next game. It is SEC here.
All right.
It is
Say it.
number 4 LSU at number 13 Ole Miss.
You know what to do, Kenny.
LSU has no defense right now. Their offense, though, I also don't believe in because they scored 17 against Clemson, while Syracuse and Georgia Tech combined have scored 58 against Clemson.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going Ole Miss here.
I know what to do here, and that's not touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I hate this
No,
game.
you do
No.
because you never underestimate a father's rage. The fact that Lane Kiffin's daughter hard launched a relationship with Whit Weeks the week of the LSU game on social media, Lane's going to put it on him. Plus, they got that Thaddeus Chambliss kid from Ferris State who looked electric last week. Hotty toddy, give me LSU.
See,
give me Ole Miss.
See, I would take LSU, David, because
Of course you would.
I do believe in their defense, Mike.
Their D is great. They're always terrible.
Correct. And they're going on the road. I can't
Vaught
trust their offense on
Hemingway
the
is
road.
going to be rocking. Come on.
That's why I'm staying away. This is exactly why I'm staying away.
That
Come on,
is
man.
my
You know what?
last college
In the
game.
end,
No.
You know what? A Kiffin family member will be happy at the end of the game, but it won't be Lane Kiffin.
All righty then.
You can't speak about his daughter that way. That's disgraceful.
I didn't say who.
What is the SEC game you were thinking, Mike?
Auburn. Come on.
I thought you were going to say Alabama.
Listen.
Touch that either.
Alabama and that other poverty program.
A&M's defense is bottom 20 in just about every defensive metric you care about.
It is.
They tackle like they got tennis balls duct taped to their hands. And Auburn, it's a buy low deal. Guess what? Jackson Arnold, they're going to call 20 QB runs. They got Cam Coleman. They got Eric Singleton. OU's defense is actually really good.
So that's up-down theory for Auburn.
Yeah, buy the dip. Let's go 6.5 with Auburn.
How are you going to call Georgia a poverty program? Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Kenny, I was just saying if you were listening. I was just saying if you were listening.
Oh, I'm right here, Rico.
Whoa.
Okay.
He's not throwing pillows. He's throwing rocks.
Right.
I like the over in Kenny's game. I don't have a side there.
I agree.
I think
I
it's
was
going to be high
ask Kenny,
scoring.
who does he think is going to win this game? But you know what?
He just decided to attack you.
We're just going to go roll tide.
Enjoy that L, bud.
That'll be Kirby.
AI Kirby Smart for the win.
Kirby.
Let me move over here to the NFL with some picks. And I'm going to start with a depressing one.
Yeah.
Wait. No Oregon, Penn State?
I don't know what to do with that game.
Yeah, you do. It's James Franklin in a big game. Pack a diaper and bet the opposition. Go Dante Moore, go.
But
Best decision that kid made was leaving this state.
But a real whiteout. 7:30 Penn State.
Why is it going to be about race with you? Always.
I work with you. Touchdown, Detroit black guy. Let's go.
So let me give you something that's depressing for tonight.
What?
Seattle at Arizona. No, I don't care about the side. I don't care about either team here, except for this is what I care about in this game. You're going to be depressed, people. It's going to be under 43.5. These two teams.
Oh, my God.
Entering week 4 are in the top 10 for explosive play rate allowed, which means their defense does not give up big plays. It's going to be nothing but punts in this game.
I mean, it's a prime time under on a Thursday night.
Exactly.
So they hit it about 60%. So what am I going to say?
Yeah, Seattle's, I think 2-7 in primetime games.
Plus, you could hit Marvin Harrison in the face with a pass and he won't catch it. So that'll help.
Yeah, Arizona's 2-7 in primetime games. So, yeah. It wasn't just him. Man. They were dropping a lot of wide open.
Rico Harrison stinks. You can say it. It's okay. I know you love him. He stinks.
Yeah.
And your guy Adunze's good, but Harrison stinks.
Yeah.
And then while this is also depressing, my final one here.
Yes.
I get it. I understand what I'm doing here. But every week, the Texans under has been a great play in their games.
These are sad.
Titans at the Texans. Bet the under at 38.5. Two offenses that cannot score right now. They cannot move the ball. In fact, these offenses struggle to get a second set of downs.
That is so disgusting.
So under 38.5 for the Titans at the Texans.
So just bet it and forget it.
It's one every week for the Texans. Every week for the Texans is one.
That pass rush versus Cam Ward, any able-bodied defense versus that Houston O-line. I mean,
no, it reminded me of every year when you remember we just took the Iowa under.
Oh yeah, we root for the punter.
Take Iowa under.
Oh yeah,
and it was money in the bank.
Oh yeah.
Do you want more? One more depressing?
Yes.
Okay. This is what the Tigers have done to me. One more depressing pick here for the NFL. Under 44.5, Chargers at Giants. That's only because, yes, the Chargers can score, but they may be the only team that scores a lot. Sorry, rookie quarterback.
You don't need to be sorry about anything. I just don't know why you'd mess with the total. Just take the Chargers laying the 6.5.
I hear you.
It's an elite defense against a rookie QB making his debut. I mean, I don't know. You do what you want.
I just looked at the points and I'm like, I just don't see 40 because the Chargers can't score 45 by themselves. I don't see that.
No, I mean, that makes sense, but it's not like the Giants can't score. I mean, I think if anything, he may get some garbage touchdown. Game's over.
We can't score. We're terrible.
You haven't seen Jackson Dart out there.
Okay.
That was Russell. That was Russ.
Yeah, but they're doing this because they have to do it. He may not necessarily be ready to help them score.
See,
it's just necessary for them to make the move.
I thought you were going to go Ravens Chiefs. in the desperation.
I don't know what to do with that game.
Loser packs up their stuff and goes home because their season's over.
No, not touching that game at all.
Mr. Caster Ticket?
Ravens.
Angry Ravens?
If the Ravens are so bad and the Chiefs are so good, why would the Chiefs be almost a field goal underdog at home? Begging you to take the Chiefs there. I think Chiefs blow. They're terrible. Plus, Xavier Worthy, might play limited snap counts with a harness on. Yeah, those are things I love hearing about a wide receiver.
I'm just saying.
I'm betting on Lamar. He's going to have that fresh haircut.
Oh.
He's going to be ready to rock.
You got the braids tightened up.
I don't know. Whatever. That was something last week.
Those are your best bets for this weekend in football.